Nowadays, it can be kind of hard to look back on simpler times, and remember, when an Iron Man movie seemed too good to be true, that was the case for nearly 20 years before we finally got an Iron Man film in 2008. However, we actually came close to getting one way back in the early 90s over at Universal Studios. So, what if it was made? In 1990, following the huge success of the first Tim Burton Batman film, Universal Studios wanted in on the newfound superhero movie craze. They would approach Marvel Comics in April of 1990 about purchasing the film rights for Iron Man. While never officially stated, I like to think that Universal were likely hoping to compete with Disney in their upcoming movie about a flying superhero, The Rocketeer. So I guess it should be fitting then that they would hire Stuart Gordon, the screenwriter for Disney's smash hit, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, to direct their Iron Man movie. Gordon, however, was likely more well known for being the director of many classic horror films, such as Dolls and The Reanimator. He would hire RoboCop screenwriter Ed Lumiere to pen the script, with Stan Lee present as a creative consultant and Neil Adams to draw their concept art. Stuart Gordon regular Jeffrey Combs was reportedly in mind for the lead role of Iron Man. The plan was to center the film around an older Tony Stark that would be portrayed much like a late-age Howard Hughes, a Tony that used to be Iron Man, but retired due to PTSD and alcoholism. His marriage to Pepper Potts is sadly on the downswing, with seemingly no hopes of recovery. However, Tony would have to suit up as Iron Man once again, to battle his old arch-rival, the Mandarin, and hopefully save both the world and himself along the way. Now, despite Gordon normally working on more low-budget films, Iron Man would be the exception. Universal were willing to go big budget, seeing Iron Man as the next Batman franchise. However, development on the project would stall, likely due to both creative disagreements as well as the recent failure of the before-mentioned Rocketeer, which despite only taking $40 million to make, only made $46 million at the box office, proving that not all superhero movies were guaranteed successes, and thus Gordon would end up having to leave Iron Man soon after, and Universal would sell the rights to Iron Man in 1996. So do I think an Iron Man movie at this point in time is possible, or was possible? Yeah, honestly. I know I keep repeating myself, but The Rocketeer, The Rocketeer has held up remarkably well. It really does not look dated at all, in my opinion. But, maybe that does have to do with the fact that The Rocketeer, he pretty much just wore normal clothes. He was just wearing a helmet and the jetpack, but the rest of his outfit was, just clothes. So, I don't know, maybe the Iron Man suit wouldn't age well. I don't know. The flying, I think, would age fine. I think, if the Rocketeer can do it, they can definitely make Iron Man work just fine. The suit would probably look a little bit dated, but, I've said in the past, I don't think that old costumes or old graphics matter as long as the rest of the movie is good. If the acting is good, if the script is good, if the pacing is good, I don't think most people care if the costumes are bad. You know what I mean? Like, take the original Star Trek, for instance. Star Trek, the original series, has not aged well at all. Okay? It was made in the 60s. It didn't have the biggest budget in the world, so it has not held up compared to, the other Star Trek movies and shows. But do people care? No, people still love to watch the original Star Trek episodes. It still holds a place in many people's hearts. Even when it came out, people thought it was impressive, even if they knew it was fake. And years later, there's people from my generation that watch it and still love it. They don't care. And I think that would be the case with Iron Man as well. I think even if the graphics were terrible, if the story was good, it would not matter at all. And Stuart Gordon, man, he had potential, in my opinion, with this genre. I think that he deserved, the opportunity to do a really big budget movie like this. Because he was supposed to direct Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then he had to leave because he was having health problems at the time. So, he never got that chance. And I really think that he could have done a great job with it. Jeffrey Combs, man, he's an underrated actor. I think he would have done great as Iron Man, honestly. And the story does sound solid to me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it does sound like a better sequel. Like, I would definitely do the origin first and then do this movie. But even if this was the first movie, it's not a bad place to start. It would immediately make us sympathize with Tony. It would make us want to see him get better, and we'd be hearing all this hype about, what Iron Man was like, which would just kind of build our excitement to actually see it, And then you have the Mandarin, which is a villain, or who is a villain, that I think that Stuart Gordon would really handle well, because he's got kind of the mystical, supernatural roots, that Stuart Gordon does so well, or did so well. And yeah, I think that this movie sounds like it's got the potential. I think if Universal were willing to go big budget, I think that could have been something really good. I honestly think the world was ready for Iron Man in the 90s. Even the early 90s, I think the world was ready for it. Now, something I should mention. I'm sure you guys have probably already noticed this, so I'm going to have to explain it. You're all probably thinking, Rinzler, didn't you already make a What If Stuart Gordon's Iron Man was made? And yeah, I did. I know. I believe it was November I made it, so it wasn't that long ago. It was only like 4 months ago I made it. But yeah, so actually, wait, maybe 5 months. I don't remember exactly how long it's been. Whatever. So why am I doing it again though? Because I don't like the original video, honestly. Because you guys got to understand, I know I haven't been back that long. Like, I came back to YouTube full-time in September, but for me, you got to understand, September feels like years ago. It really does, because when you make videos as often as me, because, like, I have not had a day off since September 18th of 2021, and every single day I have made a video, and believe me when I say, these videos are not easy to make. I know that sometimes I make them look simple, but they're not. And it's not just because, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. That's hard to say. It's not just because of that. It's also because, a lot has to go in. I want you guys to have good quality entertainment. I want you guys to be able to learn from these canceled movie videos. Like, I want you guys to know the history of these movies. And I'm trying to give that to you guys. But, you gotta understand, back in November when I first started making canceled movie videos, I cared more about the plot than the actual development. And, watching those videos back, it really makes me feel like I could have done it so much better. So, because, yeah, I mean, when you make videos every single day, you get better at it kind of fast. So, like, even though it hasn't been that long since I made the other Iron Man video, it feels like forever ago to me, because every day feels really slow when you gotta do videos like this every day, and you learn from mistakes, because I watch my own videos back, and, I'm not satisfied with a lot of them. So, when I have opportunities to remake something, I want to do it because I know I could do it better than I did before. So I hope you guys can forgive me. I hope I didn't waste a day for you guys, that you guys want something else. And I understand if you do feel that way. I'm not blaming you, because I know most of you have probably already seen the old one. But, I just, I wanted to do this better. I felt like I could do it a lot better. And I hope you guys can forgive me if I did waste your time. But if I didn't waste your time, please let me know about it in the comments down below. Or even if you hated it, let me know. Because, like, I said on the community tab not long ago, and I mean it, I prefer hate comments to no comments. And you guys have built up such an amazing community that has kept me going for as long as I have. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have quit a long time ago. And I really appreciate you guys keeping my dream alive. So please, if you do enjoy these videos, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Or even if you hate it, I love hearing from you guys, no matter what you have to say. And if you did enjoy this video, also please make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all of your friends and all your various social media platforms and help to expand this community even further. And speaking of social media, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Rinzler_Productions, and I'll see all of you tomorrow in the next video.